to be honest with you guys, to be like brutally honest, getting a high credit score is easy. It's the maintaining it that is hard, okay? Until you have better money management skills, a better relationship with money, no matter how many times you increase your score, you're gonna drop it again if your relationship with money isn't good. It's so much more to just getting a high credit score than doing this, doing that. You have to have a good relationship with money in order to keep your high credit score, okay? So I'm gonna give you some tips, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. A lot of things with credit is very repetitive. You have to get in the habit of doing the same things over and over again until it becomes the norm for you. A lot of you guys get frustrated with credit repair videos and you say, well, all you guys are saying the same thing. We have to do this, we have to do that. It has to be something else, but it's not. It's not something else. You have to do the basic things in order to get a credit score, to keep that credit score. Like, you have to keep doing the same things over and over again until it becomes habit. All right, so number one is paying bills on time. Now, the penalty for missing a payment can be very detrimental to your credit profile. If you allow that payment to go past 30 days of being late, you can lose anywhere from 30, 50, sometimes 60 plus points from your credit score, and it will stay on your credit profile for 7 years unless you can convince the creditor that they made an error, or you can beg them to remove the late payment through goodwill. You know, other than that, you are going to drastically impact your score by missing the payment, by being late, and then allowing it to be 30 days late, and it reports after 30 days. So paying your bills on time is vital for maintaining a high credit score, for getting a credit score, for establishing credit. You have to pay your bills on time. You have to use your cards. A lot of you guys are afraid to use your credit cards, and some of you are not afraid and you're maxing them out, but you have to use your cards in order, to have some motion going, okay? But you have to keep your credit card utilizations low. If you have a specific amount of credit cards, share them down in the description box. Just tell me like your limit on the cards, and I can tell you what your ideal balance needs to be. But you need to really only be utilizing 10% of your credit card's limit if you can. 30% if you're new. If 10% just seems too aggressive, at least be using less than 30% on each one of your credit cards, okay? All right, don't close any credit card accounts. Credit history, credit age is very important when it comes to your credit health, your credit profile, your credit score. The older the account, the better. For it ages your profile. Every time you get new credit, it lowers your credit profile. So if you're closing old accounts, you're going to impact your credit score because you're losing that credit age, okay? So you want to keep your oldest accounts open, okay? If you can, do not close any credit card accounts. Last, you want to space out your credit card applications at least by 6 months. Applying for something every 6 months is possible. A lot of you guys think that, okay, let me just go ahead and get all my applying out the way, in bulk. Let me just do everything I need to do up front. People with excellent credit, they're not applying for things all the time. Like, they're spacing them out maybe once or twice every 6 months. They're applying for something, and they're strategic about when, because if you're applying for things too back to back in the eye of the lender, you look desperate and you're making yourself appear to be very risky. And especially if you're not getting any accounts opening, you're just getting inquiries and there's no account linked to this inquiry. So you're looking very desperate. And you just want to space them out anyway. Too many inquiries are just not a good look for your profile, okay? So I know these things are very simple. They're very, very simple things to do, but they're very simple things that are hard for people to do as well. You have to get good at perfecting the basics before you can, honestly, there is no before you can anything, because, honestly, it's all about maintenance. It's paying your bills on time. It's keeping your utilization low. It's not closing accounts, and it's spacing out your applications. At the end of the day, in order to build credit, to maintain your credit, to get a high credit score, these are the fundamentals that you just have to get in the habit of doing all the time. There's nothing more, nothing less. Yes, you can become an authorized user on someone's account. You can piggyback so that their credit history will come on your credit profile. But in some cases, a lot of people aren't able to, become an authorized user on someone's credit. You don't have that luxury of doing that. So you have to build yours up. Perfect the basic fundamentals of credit, guys, and I promise you, you will see the impacts of it over time. And once you start having children, you can teach them that as well, and they can become authorized users on your profile. Don't just think about self when it comes to your credit, but think about the people that come after you and how you can be help for them, especially if you come from a family where there's a lot of debt and there's not really anybody who has a good relationship with money, and you're the first person in your family to start taking this seriously, to start learning about it, to put yourself and your future children or your partner or whoever in a better financial situation, okay? So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Peace out. Bye.